A very good afternoon to you and welcome to your lunchtime news. Let's take a look at your headlines.
Landslide warnings issued to 10 districts still in effect. Met Department warns public to be vigilant of lightning strikes. 3 high-risk zones for dengue identified in Colombo due to the prevailing weather conditions. Dinesh Priyashanta alias Kondaya released over the murder of Seya Sadumi. Concessions to estate workers and tea manufacturers, and assurance from the State Minister of Finance.
United People's Freedom Alliance Western Provincial Councillor Upali Kodikara has been arrested. He was arrested on charges of obstructing police duty at the Presidential Commission of Inquiry into Large-Scale Corruption and Fraud located at the Bandaranaike Memorial International Conference Hall recently. In more local news, the National Building Research Organisation says that the landslide warnings issued to 10 districts have been extended due to the incessant rains. According to the Director of the Landslide Research and Risk Management Division of the NBRO, RMS Bandara, the warnings have been issued to the districts of Kandy, Matale, Nuwara, Badula, Kegol, Ratnapura, Kalutara, Hambantota, Gaul and Mathura. Several areas in the Pandadgama area in Mathura were inundated due to the Nilwala River breaking its banks. According to our correspondent, the Gaul Baddagama, Gaul Labudua, Gaul Karapitiya, Akurasta Siambalagoda, Akurasta Kadua roads are submerged underwater, hampering vehicular movement. Several homes and business centres in the Thibbatueva, Godapitiya and Maragoda areas in the Akurasta town have also been inundated. Our correspondent said that several byroads in the Akurasta town are also flooded. Due to the prevailing weather condition, our correspondent said that the water levels of the Ging River in Baddagama is on the rise. Residents of the Haliala area point out that one of the most ancient monuments in the area is on the verge of collapsing as a result of the incessant rainy weather conditions. Meanwhile, 2 fishermen who were at the Eravu Sandhi Valley Lagoon died after being struck by lightning at dawn today. The fishermen, who were residents of the Kilivatti area in Sandhi Valley, were aged 27 and 37 respectively. The Department of Meteorology says that 24 deaths have been reported as a result of lightning strikes thus far this year. According to the Department of Meteorology, thunder showers are expected over the island during the evening and today, however, added that there would be slight reduction in rainfall today. The department added that showers would occur at several places in the northern and eastern provinces and at most places elsewhere after 2 p.m. It went on to note that heavy falls of about 75 millimeters are also likely at some places. Meanwhile, the Colombo Municipal Council says it has identified 3 high-risk zones for dengue as a result of the prevailing weather condition. Chief Medical Officer of the CMC, Dr. Ruan Vijayamuni, said that Borella, Kurunduwatta and Dematagoda are therefore mentioned high-risk zones for dengue. Dr. Vijayamuni thereby added that a special program will be in effect in the city of Colombo today. The Ministry of Health says that a total of 21,607 suspected dengue patients have been reported during the course of this year. The epidemiology unit said that about 51.2% of these dengue patients were reported from the Western Province. Dinesh Priyashanta alias Kondaya was ordered to be released from the case pertaining to the rape and murder of Seya Sadumi by the Minuwangoda Magistrate Court today.
The suspect was released as the CID concluded that he was not connected to the rape and murder of Seya Sadumi. However, the magistrate ordered that the suspect be remanded as he is wanted by police for various other crimes. The Minuwangoda magistrate ordered that the suspect be produced before the Athanagala Magistrate Court on the 20th of this month and before the Gampaha Magistrate Court on the 21st of this month. Saman Jailat, the chief suspect of Seya Sadumi's murder, has been further remanded until the 2nd of November.
This could be your child. Let's protect them for the happiness of our children. Newsfirst had undertaken an initiative aimed to ensure the protection of children and build them a better future. The island-wide awareness campaign, organised by Newsfirst, together with the Ministry of Law and Order and Prison Reform, entered its 15th day today. The first phase commenced in the town of Gampaha today.
Like on previous days, the For the Happiness of Our Children campaign received a warm welcome and unconditional support from state workers, trade organizations and members of the civil society in the area when today's program commenced at the Gampaha railway station. The rally commenced today with the participation of Group Director of the Capital Maharaja Organisation Limited, Nidra Veerasinghe, and Director General Manager of Newsfirst, Yasarat Kamalsiri.
ගම්පහ දුම්රිය ස්ථානයෙන් ආරම්භ කළ දරුවන්ගේ සතුට වෙනුවෙන් රැළියට රාජ්‍ය සේවකීන් වෙළඳ සංගම් හා ප්‍රදේශීය සිවිල් සංවිධාන සමාජිකයින් ඇතුළු විශාල පිරිසක් එක්ව සිටියා.
Our crew travelled around the town streets, creating awareness among the people of the area on how children should be protected like delicate flowers. A group including the Mayor of Gampaha and the District Secretary were amongst the participants. The rally received a positive response from the crowds in order to ensure our children's happiness.
State Minister of Finance Lakshman Yapawardena says that steps are being taken to provide a subsidy to the manufacturers and workers in the tea industry. He made this statement while addressing a public meeting in Viharahena, Deniaya.
අද ලෝකේ ලොකු අර්බුදයකට මුහුණ පාලා තියෙනවා. ඒ අර්බුදය තමයි මේ
The world is currently facing a severe crisis. That crisis is that Russia bought the largest quantity of tea from our country. However, they are now facing an economic recession and the sales have now declined. Elsewhere, the Arab countries purchase tea from us as well. The price of oil in those countries have now declined. They are now in a situation where they cannot do anything else. This has severely affected our tea industry. In addition, the incident of selling dust tea has lowered our overall image of having high quality tea, and as a result, certain buyers have lost their trust in us. These three reasons have proven to be great problems to the tea industry. I presented a letter to the President with facts regarding this. I also spoke about this at the Cabinet meeting recently. I mentioned that swift measures to design a structure should be taken in order to distribute these concessions between the workers and the manufacturers before the tea prices see a downfall. I believe that the President is paying his undivided attention to this. The President will work on this in the future.
මහිතන ජනාධිපතිතුමා ඒ පිළිබඳ දැඩි අවධානයකින් ඉන්නවා. ඊළඟ කාල සීමාව ඇතුළත ජනාධිපතිතුමා ඒ පිළිබඳ ක්‍රියා කරයි.
The police say that a father of one has been admitted to the Colombo North Teaching Hospital for treatment after sustaining injuries in a shooting that took place in Vilatta, Bingiria. Police say that the shooting may have taken place as a result of a personal dispute. They added that the incident occurred around 5 last evening while the victim was travelling on his motorbike when 3 individuals on another motorbike carried out the shooting and fled. The police went on to note that 2 T-56 firearms were used in the attack. The suspects in connection with the incidents are yet to be arrested. The United Nations marked a global milestone event yesterday, celebrating the 70th United Nations Day. Sri Lanka has been a long-time partner of the UN and celebrates 60 years of membership to the global body. Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs Harsha De Silva used the occasion to send a special message to Sri Lanka's youth, calling on them to become ambassadors of peace to build a better future, particularly using language to build understanding between communities.
Our peacekeepers wearing the blue helmet help the United Nations maintain peace around the world, and we are determined to do more in the coming years. The last few years saw our country drift from its traditional position of engagement with the UN and the international community as a whole. It was an unfamiliar position for us and for the international community itself to deal with. Following the presidential election of January 8, we have made a course correction. The state does have a role to play, but the government cannot do this alone. We need you, each of you, as students, to become an ambassador of peace, creating understanding among communities, strive to learn each other's languages, which many of us have not succeeded in doing, at least in our generation. I hope it happens in your generation.
The Court of Appeal ordered that objections be filed by the respondents in the petition filed seeking a court order declaring that the parliamentary seat of Geetha Kumarasinghe is contrary to the law. Objections were ordered to be filed on the 7th of December. The order was issued when the petition was taken up before a bench presided over by the Court of Appeal President Justice Vijit Mallagoda. The petition, which was filed by 5 voters of the Galle district, cites that MP position held by Geetha Kumarasinghe is against the law and she is a citizen of Switzerland. The petitioners note that according to the constitution of the country, a person who is a citizen of another country is not permitted to hold a parliamentary position. And that's all the news we have for you here on your lunchtime news. Join us again at 1:55 for more of the latest. I'm Aishwarya Pinto for News First.